Well, hello there. gdoggcasey here, and things probably look a little different to what you were expecting. So, maybe not so different to what you were expecting. After seeing the last video, if you haven't seen it, then it's about to be spoiled now. But I got sacked by IFK Ladinho, and after that happened, I sat there for probably like 2 or 3 hours. I'm not even exaggerating. About 2 or 3 hours, just clicking, just applying for jobs, and not even getting any job interviews. I had a couple people email me back saying things like, "Yeah, well, we might have gone with you, but there were some better candidates." I had a lot of people telling me my experience wasn't anywhere near where they wanted. Even other Swedish teams were not hiring me. So I did some research and I found several other people in a similar scenario where they just had to go through like multiple seasons of simming just to be able to get a job. And I did not want to do that. That was going to take way too long. So we have to switch our idea for what we want to do for this FM20 save. And what that means is that I've started a new save, which I'm a little disappointed about. It would have been great to work my way up. My theory on what happened is that my stats as a manager were too low for the amount of teams that I had in the league or in the database. I think that if I would have expanded the database and got some of these extra add-ons to add on extra teams, lower leagues, and things like that, I might have actually had a better chance to find a job with some of those lower teams. But I didn't do that, so it just seemed like it was doomed to fail. So what have I done? I've gone ahead and taken control of Peterborough United Football Club, which is a team that's in the Sky Bet League One Championship. So we're nowhere near the bottom of the depths. If we have a quick look at the competition here, we will see that we take one step up and we're in the Sky Bet Championship, and one step above that is the Premier League. So we're only 2 steps away from the Premier League here, starting with Peterborough. And there's a couple reasons I chose Peterborough. One of the main reasons is because I literally live in a city called Peterborough in Canada. So that was one of the first things that just drew me to it. I always known, by the way, that there was a Peterborough in the UK. Just because sometimes when I look up Peterborough stuff on Google, I occasionally get little add-ons to my Google search that indicate that there's a Peterborough in the UK. So that's the only reason why I ever knew that. But when I first bought FM20, I clicked on Peterborough and I'm like, you know what? Why not? I mean, I don't know these teams anyway. If you're new to the series starting today, because this is going to be kind of like a pseudo new episode 1, I went over this in previous videos, but I'm not really a soccer or a football fan, except that is changing now. I would actually consider myself now a fan, but I don't even have a favorite team yet. I'm just now getting into the sport and really, really enjoying it. I've actually purchased a subscription to an online site that allows me to watch the Premier League, which I've been doing. So it just kicked in now after they're doing a new comeback after the lockdown, and they're playing some games again. So I've been watching them, and it's been a lot of fun. So anyway, that's a side note. Really, what we're doing today in today's episode is going over Peterborough, going over some of the changes I've made during the preseason, some of which may have some regrets. I don't know. I may have made some mistakes, but also playing the first game of the season. I've simmed my way through all the friendlies. We are ready for game 1 of the season. But first, we're going to go over the squad. So we're going to see the club info here. Peterborough. We are predicted to finish 6th place, which is another reason why I thought they were a pretty good team to start with. I don't necessarily want to start with a team that's predicted to be relegated. And if we look at the, I think if I come here, I believe it's the top 6 teams that make the playoffs. So, we're hoping to come in 6th place or better. If we look at our club vision, we have a lot of extra stuff going on here than we did back on the Swedish team. So we need to sign players from the lower levels of the domestic game, okay? We need to sign players under the age of 22 for the future. We have to play attacking soccer, and we have to play possession soccer, okay? These are all things that I'm kind of okay with. Lower levels of the domestic game, I don't know exactly how often that's going to happen just by default. Like when I'm looking up newer players, it might happen. So we'll see. This type of thing, I'm not necessarily scouting lower leagues to look for players. I'm more just scouting for young players, and some of them happen to come from lower leagues. So we'll see if that works out. The 5-year plan. Our goal is to sign young players to develop for profit. I'm okay with this. I've never actually been able to achieve this very well in FM, but it sounds like a very worthy goal worth working towards, and it makes sense to me. Get the players while they're young and cheap, and then once they've hit their potential, sell them off and replace them with newer players that are also building to be sold as well. And work within the payroll budget. This is always a requirement. At the end of the current season, they want us to reach the playoffs. So we're just barely slated to make the playoffs. So this is going to be a little bit difficult, but I feel like our team is good enough to do it. So we're hoping to do that. And now that we're in Europe, and not only just that we're in Europe, but we're in a higher league in Europe, that we're eligible for all these extra cup competitions, which is going to make it a lot more fun for me because I love these extra cup competitions. So we have to reach the 3rd round of the FA Cup. Okay, we'll talk about these cups as they come along. We have to reach the 2nd round of the Carabao Cup. I don't know how to say this word. I think it's just Carabao Cup. And then we have to reach the 2nd round of the leasing.com trophy. So this is stuff that we'll all cover as these cups start happening. And one of them is not even going to take that long to happen. Okay? Eventually, by the end of the next season, they want us to promote to Sky Bet Championship, which is a requirement. So in not this season, but next season, they are requiring us to be promoted. Then we have to remain in the Sky Bet Championship and become established there over time. So they want us to basically be an established Sky Bet Championship team over the next 5 years and maybe finish in the top half. So that's our long-term goal. And hopefully this coach, or this owner, because I'm the coach, is going to give me the time and the leeway to make this happen. So that's what we're really hoping for. Okay, let's go ahead and have a quick look at the squad. All right. Normally I like to sort of go based on salary, but instead we're going to go based on reports for now so we can see the actual ability of the squad. So our little collection of best players here. Serrat Castamere is an incredible talent. He is 22 years old, nice and young. He's already at 4 stars. He could get a little bit better as well. Really good on the right side. He's going to be playing winger most of the time for us, crossing the ball in. He's got good dribbling. He's got good pace, acceleration. He's going to be able to beat his man down the right side and then cross the ball in, hopefully. His finishing is not fantastic, so that's really what we're hoping mostly out of Dembele, but he's going to be a main focus of our team. We also have Ivan Toney, who is our striker. Pressing forward is what he really likes to do, and I'll probably put him on that. Hold on. The tactic might actually be different because I don't know. I don't know exactly how pressing forward is going to help me score goals, so I think I have him on advanced forward, but we'll look at that later. But 12 finishing is okay for a striker, but really he's got very good athleticism, good mental attributes, and off the ball teamwork and stuff like that. He's a good player. He's not absolutely fantastic, but he's definitely good enough to play on the first team. And his defending is a little lackluster, but that's to be expected from a striker. And then we have this scenario that I'm confused about. We walked into this scenario. We have all these players that are in on loan, and then we have a bunch of players that are out on loan. So Sammy Schmodix is on loan for this season with us. He's going to be our shadow striker, basically our attacking midfielder, who's going to be looking to score some goals. He's got good finishing. Overall decent stats for playing a midfielder. He's nice and fast. I'd say that he's going to be pretty good. And he's in on loan, so he doesn't even belong to us. He's from Bristol City. Then we have Marcus Madison, who is out on loan. And I don't really understand why we would send one of our best players on our team out on loan. He's playing at Hull, which Hull is a Sky Bet Championship, so he's gone up a level. Maybe we sent him up a level so that he could get experience at a higher level, but I feel like we would be better off using him for our team. So I don't necessarily know why he was sent out on loan, but we walked in on this scenario. So he's out on loan. Now, in on loan, we have Reese Brown, who is essentially going to be one of our midfielders here. He's good at playing advanced playmaker. I actually don't have him on advanced playmaker because I have another player who seems a little bit better. Actually, I have another player who's better suited to deep lying playmaker, so I have him playing a different position. But still, overall, pretty good stats. More pros than cons, and he's going to do good in the midfield. Nathan Thompson, I believe, is our team captain. If he's not captain, he's vice captain, or assistant captain. Either way, he's playing right fullback. He's a little bit older, 28 years old, so he's got the experience on the team, and he's going to be basically playing right back pretty much all season. Mohamed Aiza is getting a little bit of the short end of the stick. He's a great striker, good dribbling, good finishing, but we're only playing with one striker on our tactic, so he's going to be coming in off of a sub, usually as a winger, because he's not bad at on the wing either. Like, he's not actually that great, but he's not that bad either. Or he might be replacing Tony. We'll see. I mean, he's a bit of a wild card. He looks like a great player, though, so I really want to get some use out of him. And I clicked on inbox by mistake. George Boyd is the other one who's either the captain or the vice captain. He's our older player, 33 years old, a fan favorite, and very important player on the team, getting paid a lot. He's also a midfielder who I don't even think is making the starting grade right now based on our tactic that we chose, but he's going to be getting in and playing quite a lot. Erin Chapman is a backup goalie, and one of the mistakes we've made, so we're not going to see much of him, but he's our backup goalie. We have some guys out on loan here. Mark O'Hara out on loan, Callum Cook, Alex Woodyard, George Cooper. These guys are all out on loan. Niall Mason is a backup wingback. He's going to be backing up Thompson, basically, and coming in to fill in when he's tired. Lewis Reed is going to be our deep-lying playmaker that we're using in the middle of the field. We'll be seeing him try to set up plays and allow goals to happen. Frankie Kent is subbing as a central defender. Christy Pym, or Pime, I don't know, Pym or Pime. He is our starting goaltender. He's playing sweeper-keeper, and he's going to be defending our goal for pretty much the entire season. I think he's from Ireland. Yeah. All right. Mark Beavers. If I was wrong about the captains before, then Mark Beavers would be one of them. He's one of the better-known players on the team, playing central defender in the back. He's good aerial, 6'4", nice and tall. Really going to be able to defend on corner kicks and stuff like that. Josh Knight is in on loan. In my first save that I did with Peterborough, he was actually pretty fantastic as a player. 21 years old, 3-star ability right now, potentially could be much better. And as a 21-year-old with attributes like this, it is pretty good. So he's going to be getting some playing time and doing pretty good. We have Reese Bennett, who is a little bit of a victim of the tactic right now. He is going to be filling in more as like a backup, but he's capable of starting should injuries happen and stuff like that. Andrew Taylor is one of the players that we've actually signed, and I signed him for a little bit of depth. And I don't know if I made the wrong call here. He's 33 years old. He's only in for two seasons, just to fill in some depth because I was really weak at left back. Like you see right now, I'm all the way half down the team here, and we just got our first left back. So I needed a left back, and I was really focused on getting a left back, so I signed this guy. And I feel like he's going to fill in all right. He's going to provide some depth, but the fans weren't too happy, and the team wasn't necessarily thrilled with the signing either. So that happened. That kind of sucks, but we'll see. I actually feel like he's going to turn out to be pretty good. We have Idris Canoe, who is a 19-year-old, very exciting player, lots of good potential, very athletic. He's going to be on the wing as well. We're kind of overloaded on the right wing. I already sold a right winger as well, so just to show you exactly how loaded we really are. That's we have another right winger right there, Idris Canoe. Jack Taylor, young player, 21 years old, midfielder, plays Enganche or Enganche, I don't even know how to say that, and decent attributes, young player. We'll probably see more of him in future seasons, but he's going to be not even on the sub list right now. Serrat Castamere, another attacking midfielder, shadow striker, going to be filling in for Schmodix whenever he's tired, I guess. Very good potential, 19 years old. So definitely someone, I feel like this guy should be loaned out. Like this is the type of player that I would loan out. So I'm actually going to really quickly put him on the loan list. And we'll see if anyone offers him, because he's going to need some extra playing time. And he'll probably get some on another team, more so than on our team. Dan Butler is our left back and was basically our only left back. So he's going to be starting, even though he seems to be a little bit worse than Taylor. For some reason, when I do quick pick, they put him in the lead. So he's going to be starting. Fraser Blake Tracy is 23 years old, left back, but not very good. He was only 2 stars. So I felt like I needed someone a little better. So those are my 3 left backs. They're basically Blake Tracy, Taylor, and Butler. And then finally, last but definitely not least, Harrison Burrows, potential 5 stars, maybe. He's working up to it. He's only 17 years old and he's already a 2-star. So this is very good. His stats are going up. His progress has been really good throughout the preseason already. And this guy is going to turn into a star for our team, very likely, and someone we can potentially sell to make a lot of profit. So, okay, that part is usually a little bit boring, guys, just going over all the players, but, that's the general gist. If we have a look at dynamics to start the season, our locker room atmosphere and leadership are going up, but we had very poor team cohesion to begin with. So I hope this doesn't hurt us at the beginning of the season here. But in our training, we've been tacking on some team bonding to try to help this, and I think just over time it's going to get better. All right, let's look at our tactic here. So we're going to quick pick, which I think we've already done right before game 1 of the actual league. And we see here we have a 4-2-3-1 wide formation. We're attacking mentality. If we look at our team reports and go to comparison and look at our midfielders and strikers and go to attack, look at how good we are compared to the average of the league. This is what has me thinking that we're going to be a really good attacking team, and we're going to be very, we should be able to make the playoffs, I believe, with attributes like this that have us over, every single attribute in the attacking zone is, that's only midfielders as well. Or only strikers, by the way. Our strikers are very good. If we look at midfielders, even our offensive, whatever this is, I believe that's just off. I don't know what off stands for other than offensive something, but very good. Average pace is higher, average acceleration, average anticipation, long throws, I think that is, or long shots. Oh, yeah, okay, long shots. This is, okay, what is off? Off the ball. Okay, very good off the ball. Anyway, offensively, our players are pretty damn good. And we have the highest average off the ball plays between midfielders and strikers. So anyway, I feel like, we have a good team here. And even if I go all just in general, okay, salary, whatever. Defense, relatively good. Midfield, pretty good. A little bit bad tackling and teamwork, but other than that, pretty good. Attack, some heading is pretty bad. Some jumping, we're a little bit bad on the aerial front, but everywhere else is pretty good. Physicals are pretty good. So I feel like the team is pretty good. And if we look at the depth chart now, we're going to see kind of why, especially down here on the defensive end. Taylor filled in right here, and before that we only had Dan Butler and Blake Tracy. If something goes wrong to any one of those players, then we only have one player, right? So I felt like we needed a left back. Our center backs are stacked with depth, though, especially with Josh Knight being loaned in. So center backs are basically dealt with, and our right back as well is pretty good with Nathan Thompson and Reece Bennett. Reece Bennett's going to be playing central back. We also have Niall Mason to fill in as well. So other than left back, our depth is totally fine, and I'm happy with that. Left back, I'm a little more happy now that I have that third option. So I'm okay with the signing. I don't care what the fans say, but I might be overly defensive about it for a while. In the middle, we have George Boyd and Reece Brown. Brown in on loan. But if we look at the tactic, George Boyd... Oh, yeah, no. Okay, George Boyd did fill in, so I don't know what I was thinking. I thought Reed was playing, but it looks like it's Boyd. So Boyd is starting. Brown is going to be our deep line playmaker, basically our quarterback out of the midfield, looking for these guys who are going to be on the attack. And Boyd is going to be our box-to-box midfielder, playing both, supporting the attack and getting back on defense and just doing a little bit of everything. So he's going to be like our box-to-box midfielder. We have Schmodix playing shadow striker. He's going to be trying to score goals. This is something that he's good at. He has decent finishing, so he's going to be one of our goal scorers along with Tony playing advanced forward. We have Canoe playing winger on the right, and then we have an inverted winger in Dembele. I think inverted winger, yeah, okay, all right. They're going to cut inside with the ball. They're going to dribble more, and he has good dribbling skills. So playing inverted winger for him is pretty good. I don't have a lot of experience with inverted wingers, but I noticed that a lot of people use them. So I'm going to be very interested to see how the dynamic of having a winger on the right side and an inverted winger on the left side helps with our attack. But that's what we got right now. I might switch him to attack at some point, but he seems to like supporting a little bit better, so I'm just letting him do that for now. That's something we might tweak. And this whole tactic might be tweaked over time, but this is what we're looking at right now. Playing out of defense, going through the middle, because that's where our deep-lying playmaker is. Standard width. Work the ball into the box. Be more expressive, standard tempo. Slightly more direct. We're going to be kicking the ball further up a little bit more often. We have good pace on this team, so I feel like that's going to be helpful. In transition, we're counter-pressing right away, and we're countering. We're trying to attack. So that's what I'm looking at here. We're distributing to our center backs, goalkeeper, nothing specific here. And then out of possession, a bit of a higher defensive line, which might be tweaked later. But we're doing this just for now to try to make sure we can get ahead and respond to getting the ball back and getting on the attack. So that's what we're doing there. We've looked at the team report already. I mean, there's a lot of stuff here. We're not going to go over all of this right now. I feel like I've been talking a lot already. As far as staff goes, I've hired in a few extra scouts. We have some scouts looking. In fact, I think I can... actually, that just reminded me. Let's go to the scouts real quick and look at our assignments. One of them is looking for a fullback. Yeah, this guy. We're going to edit his assignment. Actually, hold on. We're going to cancel real quickly because I got my fullback. Prospect, first team. Okay, so you're going to go looking for a prospect. 2 looking for prospects, 2 looking for first team. We don't need fullbacks anymore. Any role. Start assignment. Okay. It still says left back. Any role. Ongoing, start assignment. I don't know why it says left back still. Oh, hold on. Unless I'm... There we go. Start assignment. Hot prospect. There we go. Okay, perfect. So, yeah, we got 4 scouts out there looking. We have 1 scout scouting our opponent. And, or that's this one. Actually, it looks like 2. Data analyst is also... Data analyst could be upgraded, by the way. Not great. Our scouts are not fantastic either, but not bad considering what I'm starting with here. So I'm kind of okay with that. Okay, and yeah, if we look at the transfer history, we can see basically the 2 things that I've done here. I got rid of Joe Ward, who, again, was another right winger, right? We had, like, so many right wingers. He was my oldest one and seemed to be the best option to sell. The problem is he's valued at $350K, and I only got $83,000 for him. So I think that's why people are upset. Like, the board is upset. I might have been able to get more money, but I don't actually have a lot of experience selling players. So I kind of just accepted what was given to me. The other mistake, this is definitely a mistake. I sold Connor O'Malley, who is a 25-year-old goalkeeper. He wasn't that great, but he had good potential. I actually kept Chapman, who is a little bit... He's a little bit better right now, but he's older and didn't have the potential. So I feel like I should have kept this guy and sold the other guy. That's something I'll try to get better at in the future. But all of this stuff was done before I took over at the club, so I don't really care about it. Loaning out a bunch of players. And then on this side, coming in, we have Idris. Okay, the 3 signings I brought in myself. Again, all of this beforehand was done before I got here. But we did sign Graham Townrow, who is a 16-year-old left back. I was focused on that. He has decent potential, 16 years old. I thought he would be okay. The board was actually pretty happy with that signing, so I'm good with it. Then we have Idris Canoe, a 20-year-old striker. I realized my striking isn't actually that... I don't have a lot of depth at striker, so I got this guy. He was relatively cheap. His salary is pretty cheap, so I put him on as a future prospect. He'll step in every once in a while. when Tony's tired. And then, of course, Andrew Taylor, who is a 33-year-old. We got him just to fill out depth at left back. So, okay, now that that's all said and done, for you experts that have stumbled across my video and are cringing at the changes I made, I highly would appreciate it if you could leave me your tips for, building a better squad, making better decisions in terms of transfers. If any of this stuff was bad, let me know, because I want to learn and I want to get better at this, but right now I feel like I'm kind of just fumbling around. But I will say, again, the last time I'll say it in this video, I just felt like my depth was so bad at left back that I needed a left back, so I focused it, and that's what I came up with. Perhaps I could have got someone a bit better, maybe even younger, but we'll see. Anyway, yeah, okay. Wing back, central defender. I don't need these guys. Too expensive. At this point, I only have $86,000 on the payroll and $547,000 on transfer budget. So some of our contracts are like I might be able to afford a small contract, like some of our cheap guys here, Harrison Burrows, Blake Tracy, and then some of the guys in the development center. I think Grand Town Row. Yeah, that's the other guy. He's getting paid a small amount. We also, by the way, in our development center, we have Ricky J. Jones, who's a 16-year-old with almost 5-star potential. Definitely going to be really, really good. So it's going to take a few years, but he's going to be fantastic once he makes the team, hopefully. Maybe somebody we can sell or use. And Bobby Copping is also a pretty good right back that's in our development center. The rest of them I haven't really been too focused on. Here's another winger that could potentially be very good at 16 years old. So anyway, all right, I think I've gone over a lot of the team. The finances are looking pretty good here. I noticed when I click on projection, they just go all the way down, and it looks like we're going to be like super in debt. I don't know how I'm going to fix that. I guess we just have to win. So that's what we're going to try to do. Okay, and then last but not least, let's have a quick look at the schedule. So we've done all of our friendlies, and we are now playing our first game of the Sky Bet League 1 against Fleetwood, and then our second game against Oxford. And then here we have the first round of the Carabao Cup against Bristol City, which is a Sky Bet championship team. So these guys are actually above where I am at, and it's going to be a difficult game. So I don't necessarily know if we're going to be able to beat them, but we're going to find out. And we'll focus more on that later. It's very possible I might record this game, even though it's so early in the season. I feel like with our club vision and them wanting me to reach the second round, it's going to be a little bit difficult to get past the first round when our first opponent is in a league above us. So that's going to be pretty difficult. Okay, guys, that's it. I've talked for how long now? Is that actually 27 minutes of talking and going over the team? So I apologize. Let's go ahead and jump into the game. We are the favorites for this first game. Team selection, submit, let's go. Wow, interesting setup here. They're playing cautious, we're playing attacking. Okay, what are we gonna say here? Go give the fans a performance to cheer for. George Boyd likes the fans. All right. Kickoff. I think my my sound is on. Nope. Sound on. We're watching. Oh yeah, no, extended highlights. We actually just shot through the first couple minutes there. Looks like we're on the defensive here. But Dembele is going to win that ball. We have Tony up there rushing up. Dembele gets by his dude. He's got open field. Right off the bat, he makes that look easy. A little bit of a weak finish, but he does get in there and get a nice shot. All right. Schmodix is our striker, or our shadow striker. Canoe is our winger. Thompson, right back. Brown is the playmaker. Finds Thompson. Back to Brown. Thompson, Brown. Brown takes the shot. Not much doing with that. It looks like we're dominating possession here early on. Canoe gets it to Brown. Looking for an option. Thompson all the way up in the box. Tries to cross. Gets the ball back. Canoe to Schmodix. Oh my god, what a save. Dembele keeps control there, but that was a fantastic save by the opponent. They want us to make short passing plays. I'm going to keep it how it is right now, as we're still on the attack here. Boyd is going to get control. Gets it to Brown. Boyd. Brown. Boyd gets it to Thompson. Thompson playing way up here as a fullback. Canoe to Brown with the shot, and he scores! The deep-lying playmaker from the top of the box gets Peterborough the first goal of the season, 11 minutes into the game. The crowd is going insane. Thompson, again, the right back, just playing way up here. And Brown just able to make that happen. And we're going to start the league with a 1-0 lead. We're not shouting at our players right now. Butler on the free kick. Oh, what is that? A penalty! Knight was shoved by Coyle. Yellow card, penalty. We have Ivan Toney here taking the penalty. He is much better than Segev from IFK Ladinho. He's going to put that home. And just like that, we have a 2-0 lead. We're going to praise our team. And things are going well to start. We're first in the league. Looks like we're going to build an attack here from our defensive end. The crowd is literally just going absolutely insane here. But we actually give up the ball. And they're going to try to attack on the right side. Burns cutting in. Nice defense by Boyd. That's the box-to-box midfielding right there. He's playing very good defense. Contributing. And there's good defense. Butler gets the ball up to Tony. Tony's going to try to run past his man. The crowd just shut up. There we go. Schmodix in the slot looking for an option. Butler to Dembele. That's going to be a corner. Nothing happening with the corner. We have 63% possession so far this game. Oh, good defense from Whalen. Gets the ball from Schmodix. Going to move it up here to Coots. Boyd trying to get the ball. Evans, I mean. Gets it out wide. Burns cutting in here. But that is great defense. This guy, is that Butler? I can't click on him. Butler playing absolutely fantastic at left back right now. The defense is great. That's not a great cross. Andrew on the right side now. Going to be defended by Canoe. That's going to be a throw-in. And it looks like we're going to clear that out. And now pick it up on the attacking end as Thompson throws it into Schmodix. Tony! Oh, just over. Just over. Still attacking here. 32 minutes in. Dembele on the left side. Butler to Boyd. Kind of a weak kick there. And that's going to be that. But you can just see we are hounding this Fleetwood team here. Just constantly in the attacking zone. Schmodix in the box now. Looking to see what he can do. That's not going to be much, but Brown should win that. And again, just continuing the attack. Oh, that was a good attempt from Schmodix outside of the box there. Just barely missed. I want to have a look here. Yeah, they're only on support, our fullbacks. So, I mean, on support, and they're pushing so far up. I wonder what they would be doing if we had them on attack. Oh, no, Schmodix has a slight injury. Okay, we're going to pull him out. I don't want him to get hurt. Harrison Burrows is so young. I think we're going to put in... Okay. Yeah, we're going to start with Castamere. Especially because there's so much more of the game left. We're back, by the way, to only having 3 subs. So that injury hurts us a little bit. Hopefully it's not going to be too bad. And I don't even know if Castamere likes to play Shadow Striker, so we're going to have to check that later. Thompson to Brown. Gets it back to Thompson. Canoe. Crosses to Dembele with the header, who gets poked over the bar. Butler on the free kick. Oh, Canoe lost it, but then got it back. Beavers chipping in from central defender to Boyd. Beavers again, playing a little up. Who's back here? Oh, Brown. They swapped positions. Brown is going to get back in his position now. Boyd looking for something. Brown has space. Just misses the right. Tried to get a second goal. Doesn't do it. All right, we're going to the dressing room at halftime. We're going to tell the team that we're very happy. And hopefully that injury is not too bad for Smodix. Let's start the second half here. Oh, also we're going to check the tactic. Okay, no, he likes to play Shadow Striker. Good. His finishing is not as good as Schmodix. He's 19 years old, but this is a good opportunity for him, game one, to get some playing time, so I'm fine with it. The sides are swapped now as Dembele wins that ball, starts running up, and then sends it all the way back to Beavers to slow things down a little bit. On the defensive end. That's a good cross, but we're going to clear that out. Coots. Wellen. Outside to Burns. Going to try to cut into the box here. He's got control. Nice save by Pim. That's going to be a corner. Oh, they scored. That is pretty disappointing, to be honest, to give up a goal like that. But when things get chaotic, you don't always have control over what's going to happen. So, a little bit of a mess. Let's demand more from our team. We want to get a 2-goal lead over them. I'll feel much better about that. On the throw-in. Yeah, let's close them down. To Castamere. Showing us what he can do for the first time this season. The cross to Dembele, the header. Wow. He won that header. Nice save by the goalie. Their goalie seems to be pretty good, as now we're on the defensive again. Okay, but we get that ball back. Dembele quickly gets it up to Tony. Knight has been booked already. Up to Dembele, the inverted winner, cutting inside. As expected, but he actually loses the ball, and we have to get back on defense now. We only have 3 defenders here. Burns is seeming like one of their best players. The defense gets back, though, and things are good. But let's not give up another chaotic corner kick, okay? Alright, out for a throw-in. Looks like we're going to be subbing in here. Let's go ahead and make some subs. So far, who's doing bad? Dembele apparently is playing relatively bad here. He's kind of tired too. Yeah, we're going to get rid of Dembele. We're going to bring in Isa. Because he needs a chance to play. And Canoe is also the other most tired. But do I want to just sub only my my midfielders? I don't even have anyone available for him. Apparently Butler's not playing great. He's playing left back. We can put Niall Mason in, but Niall Mason is a right back. But let's get Niall Mason some playing time here. That's going to do it for subs as well. I feel a little bit bad about that. Maybe I should have saved a sub. If we look at the tactic, we can see Mason's not so comfortable. But he's got fresh legs. And here he is being tested. Is he already out of position? He is. Wow, okay. Not a great start for Mason, out of position there. That's on me, though. More so than on him. Josh Knight can ease off tackles. We don't want him to be sent off. Alright, come on, guys. Let's get that extra goal. We need some insurance here. I'm a little worried. We're going to demand more. Again, Mason gets burned by Burns. What a shot, though. Unbelievable. Okay, what can we do here? Oh! He has so much space. Isa with the shot. Oh my god, they're blocking everything. Brown to Beavers. Oh my god, come on, guys. Clearly a bad mistake to put Mason in on the left side. And now they're running at us again. Madden cuts in. Knight with the good defense. Mason is always way too far back. If there's anything we take away from this game, we have to never put Mason in on the left side. Especially when their best player seems to be a right winger. We can't shout anymore. Oh my god. And a game that looked like it was going to be so good to start is all of a sudden stressing me out already in game number 1. 77 minutes. Demanding more again. Boyd setting up. Mason on the attack. Back to Boyd. Okay. Bit of a weak shot, but it's something. We're focused. 10 minutes left in the game. We're on the attack. Castamere crosses to Tony, who hits the bar. All right. We're trying. We're trying. Oh, God. This is dangerous. This is dangerous. Just over the crossbar on the other side. Man, this game is back and forth right now. Canoe got a yellow card. He's exhausted. We have 3 minutes left in the game. Looking for anything here. That's a bit of an odd pass. Brown. On to Canoe, who's exhausted. Gets into the box. Kick. No good. Thompson gonna look for something. I don't know if we can do it, guys. 1 minute left. This is our last attempt. Hopefully we don't give the ball up here. Back to Boyd. Brown. Over to Mason, who kind of loses it. Yeah, they're wasting time. They're happy with the draw. We're not going to be happy with the draw. Uh, 23 shots, 8 on target. Yeah, that's definitely disappointing. Not good enough. However, I have to say that I have to take the brunt of that, making the bad decision to put Niall Mason on the left side. I even said it. I'm like, yeah, but this guy usually plays on the right side. I didn't actually think it was going to make that big of a difference, but we totally got burned on that one play. And based on that, we're stuck with a draw here, which is pretty disappointing. Hold out for a draw. Yeah, and Fleetwood was, what was their media prediction? 9th. Okay, so it's not so bad. It's not like they were predicted to be like last place or something, but Smodix is injured for 3 to 6 days. That's going to be okay. He'll come back. And Castamere played pretty good given given the circumstances. He made some okay plays. We'll do the press conference here. Yeah, I'm definitely disappointed. Yeah, they fought to the very end. All square in your first match. Was it a missed opportunity? We were the better side and deserved more. Reese Brown enjoyed a goal-scoring debut. Yeah, he played good as a loaned player. Wes Burns, yeah, he was very impressive. The powerful effort was sensational. It was a fantastic strike, no question. Yeah, Wes Burns definitely did pretty good. Okay, guys, so that's going to do it for today's game. A little bit disappointing, honestly. I was really hoping to start the season off with a win, but we'll take the draw. We had some good, we had some bad. We hopefully learned an important lesson, and we will not do that again. Sorry that the first episode was so long. Most of them will not be this long. We just had to go over, a new start, a new team. Yeah, we're going to hope to power through this season. Now, these seasons are very long, by the way. One more thing I want to just touch on. There are a lot of games 44 games in this season. So it's going to take a while to get through. I might not be able to release videos as quickly as I have been, but I'll do my best. I'm not on a set schedule. I'm just pumping them out when I can, and that's going to do it. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much. Again, you seasoned veterans who have stumbled across my video, I know it's not usually good to watch people that are worse than you, but if you would, then please give me some advice. Tell me how I can, start to dominate this league, and I will take everything under consideration. Burns, he's happy with what I said. Reese Brown was one of our best players. Sold up to 4,300 season tickets, and we're getting ready for Oxford. Okay, guys, that's going to do it, and we will see you later.